Hey guys, it's your girl Kizzy Rock, and yes, Kizzy Rock is my birth given name. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, guys. Guys, can you hear that rain? It was coming down really hard a few minutes ago. You guys know I love rain, and I'm sitting in my truck, and I'm soaking it all in. All right, guys, before I get started, guys, listen, I need you guys to help me out, because I'm telling you, my assistant is on my neck. She's like, Kizzy, as soon as you post a video, there's 40, 50 likes. 40 and 50 views within 24 hours. And obviously the people are liking the videos because it's the same amount of views coming for each videos. Can you guys please hit a like? Can you please comment and just say hi? Please help her to get off of your girl neck. I don't care about numbers. I feel like, listen, when God uses me, he uses me. I don't care about who likes, who don't like, because I mean, if you keep coming back, obviously you're getting something. But can you please just hit the like? Can you please just say hi? Help your girl out, please, because she's on my neck. So listen, guys, I wanted to piggyback off of a email discussion I was having last night, right? So this young lady, she's definitely a chosen one, right? Okay, so she feels she's heard from God about promises and going higher and all that good stuff like that. However, she's in this process, and she's been in this process for years. So she's hitting that stop, go, delays, distractions, warfare, all that stuff that comes with the promise. And I think this is why people need to be more real and more authentic about what comes within that process. We can hear people talk about all day long about how God gave them this great marriage, how God gave them this great job, this great this, breakthrough that. God is so good. Yes, all of that. But let's talk about this process. Let's talk about this pruning. Let's talk about this warfare, this distractions, these delays. Let's talk about all that. Yes, the blessing is beautiful. My God, is it beautiful once those doors open. But let's be real about this process. You are literally going from living your life the way you thought all of your life was the way to live to now following God. Right? So now when these doors open, how many people are you going to influence, right? Lead them. So you think Satan is happy? No, he is going to fight you tooth and nail. And let me tell you something from my personal experience, being a visionary, being the person who every single time God have shown me something, have always came to pass. Even when I had people in my ear saying, oh, there's just no way. Well, because I am a visionary and I know clearly how I hear from God, I can filter that stuff out. Anytime people have, even before I got more spiritually inclined, when people would say things to me and I might tell them like I heard, I don't even do that anymore. I don't do that anymore. If God has given me something, I keep it to myself, because you're going to be very careful with that, especially during these times like this where you're already tired and you're just like, is it worth it? When you got people in your ear, right, poisoning you, well, and it's not even intentional. It's just that they can't see what you see. It's your vision. So they can't see it. But think about how you feel right now. You're tired. You're drained. You're ready to jump off the ledge. And now you got somebody in your ears telling you, I don't think God would, boom, you abort your process. So if you know you've heard from God, my first thing is this right here. Stay locked on what you heard years ago. This is why it said to write the vision and make it plain. I used to always hear people say that, but with me, I'm like one of these people, one of these individuals. I have a great memory. I remember every single thing. So I'm writing for what? I know what God said. Why can't I write it down? Right? So I never wrote anything down. But last year I started to journal. Just like the blue. I started to journal. And then last week, I got a download to go back and read my journal. And when I read the journal, it blew my mind. I was like, this is why you write the vision and make it plain. Because what it did was, after I started reading things that were said years ago and downloads from years ago, it ignited my spirit again. So yes, I'm tired. Yes, I go through warfare, all that stuff. But when you go back and you read what God has said to you, if you wrote it down, if you haven't written it down yet, please do. Or go back and get anything that's affiliated with when you first heard your promise. Go back and read it. Go back and look at it. You got to get yourself to that point where when you first heard that promise, when you were all amped up at that beginning, it's going to get you there. That's what's going to push you through. But any breakthrough, any open doors that I've ever received, you know when it came, it never opened when I was all excited. It never opened when my hand was all in it. It never opened when I was thinking about it 24 hours a day. It did not open until I was ready to give up. And I knew I would not have given up because that's just not what I do, right? But it did not happen until I was ready to throw the towel in. When I finally just said, you know what? It is what it is. Nobody got time for this. It is what it is. Let me go do something else. And when I go do something else, that's when the door opened. That's how you know you're close. Satan is attempting to get you to give up. He's attempting to get you to go back to that toxic relationship because your kingdom partner have not found you yet. He's attempting to get you to go back to that job because that job was more comfortable, even though you didn't like it, right? You were just used to it, even though they're not even paying you what you're worth at the old job, but it's comfortable, and the new job is challenging you too much. He's tempting you to leave school because you feel like, oh, well, everybody sitting next to me is 19 and I'm 75 and I can't even add and subtract anymore. It's just too, it's not worth me trying to get this degree. I'm just too old. He's trying to get you to back away from that getting that new home. Now they're questioning the paperwork. They're making you do this. You got to do this. You got to do all that stuff is distractions. He is trying to wear you out. He is trying to tire you out in hopes that you will abort the process. During these times, be very, very mindful who's in your ear. You got to have people around you who literally have that lion and that ego mindset. You got to have people who can pour into you. You got to cut some people off right now, just in this time. Not for good, but if you have people around you who are like doubting and they're just not really like, you got to cut them off for a minute until you can get back this fire up under you. Get around some people who can pour into you. Get on YouTube, listen to your worship music, whatever your form of worship is. You got to worship and you got to start casting down because Satan's going to start dropping things in your head. He do it to me all day long. Listen, I done been at the red light before and I know people got to think this girl, he got to be out her mind because every time he tried to put some nonsense in my head, I let him know, you's a liar. That was your thoughts, not mine. Period. Those are your thoughts. Get back to the pits of hell, point blank, period. Goodbye. Have a great day. Literally, you got to cast those thoughts down because the more he keeps, y'all think I'm lying. I'm telling you, I'll be at the red light. I wouldn't care who next to me. It could be a dude trying to haul out down that window. The blood of Jesus is against you. Keep it moving. You're a distraction. Goodbye. And they'll bust out laughing. I'm crazy like that. I'm telling you guys. But I promise you, sis. I promise you. If you know, and I'm putting all caps on no. If you know you have heard from God, do not give up. That's how you know this door is going to open anytime. And I was also telling someone last week. Who was it? Well, I know it was a face-to-face conversation. Here's another thing that I'm getting revelation on. I have been for quite some time. Again, we keep having our fleshly minds on how things are supposed to manifest and how they're going to be. Right? How they're going to be. And the download I have received is, yes, whatever God has promised you is going to be beautiful. But if you are spiritually aligned, you feel this acceleration that we're in. Things ain't normal. God is putting acceleration on kingdom partnerships, right? Some of you is kingdom spouses. Everybody don't have a desire to get married and whatever. So it can be kingdom partnerships. It can be kingdom spouses. But it's almost like God is aligning people. Like I've met people. Listen, one of my chicks, matter of fact, she might comment because she always do. Oh, it's over in Africa. I can't, listen. I've never in my life met somebody online and had a couple of conversations through email, and we're so connected spiritually. She's over in Africa. She can send me words that shift my spirit and vice versa. We just ping off of each other's spirit. God is aligning things accordingly to his will. We're sitting here thinking, oh, when these breakthroughs happen, it's going to be party, champagne, bubbles, and balloons, and fireworks, and da-da-da. It's going to be that. But honey, it's going to be work. It's going to be work. That's why we're getting pruned. So we can be able to stand the test of the time. All these stuff are going to be so beautiful that's going to be released to us. Honey, but please make no mistakes about it. God is just not aligning us with people, kingdom partners and spouses for us to get our little fuzzy feeling on. Child, it is way deeper and bigger than that. So I think that's also what happened. And God is allowing us to get that excitement and that anxiety out of us. So when it does happen, and when we realize, like the minute the door opened, the next month is warfare against it, that we have already built our stance to fight and not give up. This thing ain't about no fuzzy feeling, honey. You had that when you was 21. You feel me? It'll get there. It'll be that, but that ain't the main focus. The main focus right now is God is aligning people and aligning things that's going to be his will and his purpose. This is why you're meeting people right now. And if this phone doesn't stop, this is why you're meeting people right now, and you're having these connections like never before. Like, okay, for me, I'm the kind of person, I don't do new friends, right? I got the same best friend for like 25, 30 years, right? I don't really do new people because I ain't got time for that. I don't have to want to keep testing your spirit just to be sure, you know. But now it's like certain people I'm meeting, is that instant spiritual connection. These are not happening by default. These are happening on purposes. God is establishing right now people in your life who you're going to be able to join to and really go out here and fight. Listen, a lot of people are blind right now. People are just still talking about the shot, who ain't gonna take the shot. Like, they just see it as this petty thing of just, well, we'll take a shot. They don't see this thing as where it's really, really going. We are really about to go through some things. We're about to go through some things, and if you are not planted, this is why we're going through so much warfare, because it's really, really, what's the word I'm looking for? Like giving us that build up, immuning, or whatever to call it. But this is really what this is all about. So you're ready to walk away because you're thinking like, well, is it going to be worth it? You know, when he get here, I'm just going to be, whenever God releases him, I'm just going to be so tired that I'm just looking at him and be like, it wasn't even worth it. You know, going to dinner with you and finally having you to watch movies. But girl, please, it ain't got nothing to do with that, honey. It ain't got nothing to do with that. When he is released to you, because you did say that's what you're waiting on. When he is released to you, it's going to be like, do you know what I had to go through? And he's going to say the same to you. And when those spirits are connected and aligned properly, y'all are going to know why y'all had to go through so much. Because it's a bigger purpose. This is not these marriages anymore. And listen, all that glitz and glamour and that cute stuff and all that stuff is cute. But this ain't what it's about in this season, baby. We got work to do. Things are about to get so crazy right now. I have literally been researching and learning how to farm, right? Learning how to farm. You guys need to start stocking up on certain things, right? Because after a while, some of us are not going to be able to even go into stores, not going to be able to fly. This thing is about to get serious. And if you're not planted, and if your mind is not focused and up off of these distractions, all these distractions on the news, I don't even watch the news no more. All this stuff is distractions to really keep your mind off of what's really, really, really going on. Oh, it's about to be on. It's about to be on. And if your spirit is connected, you can feel it. It's uneasy. You can feel it. So, anyway, I kind of went in a different direction with this, but sis, I really, really just want to encourage you. Lastly, again, because you are right at that point of giving up, that is your indication that your breakthrough is so much closer than you think. Do not give up. Protect what God has told you, and you fight. You fight. If you guys take a break, fine. Sometimes that's needed. Take a break. Take a break, a couple of days. Go and just re-up, and come back, and you get planted. You fight, because breakthrough is near. But keep in mind, it's not going to be what you think. You guys have a great one. It's your girl.